everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I actually am going to be doing something that I used to do all of the time on my channel, and that is a grocery haul. Now, I have not been following a keto or low carb lifestyle for approximately 8 months. Since last November, December is kind of when I stopped doing keto. I went low carb, and then I just decided that I needed something different, and doing a low carb keto lifestyle has done more damage mentally and physically to my body than any other diet or way of eating that I've actually done in the past. I have done a lot of videos here on my channel in the last couple of months regarding that, so please make sure you go back and look into those videos, because I still get questions. Are you not doing keto anymore or low carb? No, I am not, and I explain why in a lot of those videos that I have done previously. So make sure, if you are new here or else you haven't been watching my videos in a while and you're wondering why I haven't gone still doing keto or low carb, go back a few videos and watch those, and then you'll be all caught up to date on the reasonings why. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you a larger grocery haul, because Zoe is coming down, I believe, with one of her friends for the weekend for the Medicine Hat Stampede. So we did a lot of grocery shopping and bought a lot of things that normally we wouldn't buy. However, since Zoe is coming down with a friend, we obviously got a little bit more snacks than usual. But also, I am going to be doing some meal planning throughout the weekend and throughout next week, depending on how long Zoe stays. It's a lot different. We're trying to kind of navigate through this, because Zoe had left home. She is our youngest, and she left home at the end of April is when she moved out, and it's been kind of trial and error with Jimmy and I for eating, because no longer are we making the big meals, because, you know, we did have a family of 4. We used to always have dinner at the kitchen table, and now it's just Jimmy and I, and sometimes we're not even hungry when supper time comes, or, you know, I've just been busy in my office, he's been busy in his workshop, and we just don't have the time to make a meal, so we will gravitate towards something that's easy. And it's a lot of learning, because we are used to making a lot of food. You know, when we had a family of 4, we also had leftovers for Jimmy to take to work the next day or what have you. And now it's just Jimmy and I. We both stay at home because we both retired last year, and it's just different. So I'm trying to kind of plan a few meals for next week, whether Zoe isn't here or if she is here, because obviously we still need to eat regardless, right? But we tend to do a lot more cooking when the kids are home, and meal planning when the kids are home, rather than just Jimmy and I grabbing whatever. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to share with you the grocery haul that I have finished, and also a brief meal plan as well that I have written down. That's what I usually do, like when the girls were home, or when I was big into like keto or weight loss or things of that nature. I was writing down a meal plan, and then from that meal plan, that's what I was getting for groceries. We are hunters, so we do have meat throughout the whole entire year. We do not have to buy any sort of meat in regards to ground beef, roast, steaks, sausages, all of that stuff, because we make our own. Jimmy butchers it, I process it, we do all of that ourselves. And let me tell you, I spent $260 on this grocery haul, and I can't even fathom how much it would be if we had to buy beef. The only thing I believe I bought in this grocery haul was some chicken, and chicken and pork is usually the only things that we do buy. We're not a huge pork fan. Our whole family really isn't into pork, but I do buy chicken. So let's get into this grocery haul, and then I will also explain as well what my meal plans are at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's start off this grocery haul with some bacon, of course, and then I also got some guacamole. I am going to be making like some egg on toast, and I thought that guacamole would last longer than an avocado. Of course, got some cheese, some tzatziki because I am going to be making a Greek-inspired meal, some block cheese because I thought crackers and cheese sounded really good on the menu for this week as like a little snack. I also ended up getting some chicken thighs guys. These do have the skin on them, and I think that was the only meat that I ended up getting. Actually, we are very fortunate that we are hunters. Got a little container of sour cream. Also, for that Greek inspired recipe, I do need some Greek yogurt, so I picked up a 4-pack. It was the cheapest available. And then some shrimp. I do want to make some shrimp and chicken, like Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo, and then some hot dogs, because we are going to be doing like a barbecue one night, because Zoe is going to be coming home this weekend. Jimmy loves this corn beef brisket. He absolutely loves it. I believe there is 4 packages. This I also made while I was on keto or low carb. You mix it like with some sauerkraut and some Swiss cheese and throw it in the oven. It was so good. This is just a quick meal for me while I am working. I like to have something quick on hand when I am working throughout the day. This is also a dessert that we will be having when Zoe is home. I do want to make a meal that is mac and cheese, so I thought that was kind of like the easiest thing to buy, like maybe with the chicken strips as you see here, and maybe with like a side salad. I just thought that was like a really quick meal that I could make, since sometimes we are busy and the stampede is going on. Also got this fruit platter. This is the best way for us to eat fruit, because if I buy a whole big thing, it goes bad so quickly in our family. And then I stopped at the farmer's market, picked up a big pouch of cucumbers, 1 tomato, because that is going to be going with the Greek inspired recipe that I'm making, and then Tabor corn. If you are from this area and you have never had Tabor corn, make sure you grab some when you do see like a little kiosk out and about. Green beans, they are the best coming from the greenhouse. I usually saute these up and have them like as a side with some steak, and they're delicious. Also got these mini potatoes from the farmer's market. They looked really good. And then Jimmy always has to get the BC cherries, the British Columbia cherries, when they come to town. They have a big fruit truck, and we usually try to stock up on that throughout the summer. Also got the big rice. I made the mistake of getting a small package of minute rice. This is the only rice that we use, and it literally lasts us like 2 meals when one of the kids come home. So I got the jumbo one. Picked up some of these new pops for Zoe to try. Hamburger buns, because we will be having hamburgers and hot dogs one night when Zoe is home. A big sourdough bread, because I am obsessed with that with spinach dip right now. Also got some cheese buns. Jimmy decided to have cheese buns with his corned beef. And then picked up some pitas, because I will be making that Greek inspired recipe, and it requires pitas like for the wrap. I'm going to be making some breakfast sandwiches as well too. I always like to make those and make them all at the same time and then put them in the fridge or freezer. Also got some bagels. Zoe loves bagels. I actually love bagels as well now too. I make them as a sandwich, and I load it up with meat and veggies, and it is so delicious. We also want to clean our outside grill, aka Jimmy will be doing this, because all of this sort of oven cleaner stuff I cannot handle with my asthma, so we got that for the grill to clean. This is all candy for Zoe and her friend when they come down this weekend. I like to get like some sort of snacks. Jimmy likes his snacks as well, but she likes the pepperoncinis and, you know, some sour candy, so those will be all for her for the weekend and her friend. I needed 1 red onion as well for the Greek recipe that I am making, and I was craving tapioca pudding. I love tapioca pudding and I love rice pudding, so I ended up buying one of those. Jimmy was craving KD. These were on sale for 94 cents. If you live in Canada, you know, if you know, you know, KD is the brand for the mac and cheese. Also wanted to try this for a cold brew coffee. I thought this looked really good. I realized when I got home that I bought the sweetened one, which is totally fine. It's just a little bit higher in carbs, but no big deal. Needed some onions for cooking. Jimmy is doing most of the cooking now because I am so busy with my business, and he likes using lots of onions for flavor. Also picked up some whipped cream cheese for the bagels.
And then I picked up just some canned goods. So I like to have sliced mushrooms on hand. And then since Jimmy's doing a lot of the cooking, he does a lot of soups, and he made chicken stew last week. So we just make it easy and always have these canned peas and carrots on hand so that he can just dump it in the stew or soup, whatever he's making. He also needed some beef broth, so we picked up a little can of that. And then I do plan on making shrimp and chicken fettuccine Alfredo, so I ended up getting 2 canisters of the Alfredo sauce. And then I always like to have 1 jar of spaghetti sauce on hand, so I picked that up. Picked up a small thing of milk, because if we buy anything larger, like I am not a dairy person, I actually don't like anything but cheese, so we picked up a small milk. Also from the farmer's market, some salsa. This is homemade salsa. It is the best salsa. And then I picked up some drinks for Zoe. She really likes these peace teas. Jimmy had to pick up his little snack, which was some black Twizzlers. We needed a refill on our ketchup as well too. And of course we needed eggs, because that is what I'm going to be making the breakfast sandwiches with: bacon, egg, and cheese. And then Jimmy needed some more of his creamer. So everything that I bought here, I only made one stop. It was at the grocery store, Superstore here in Canada. And it all costed me just shy of $260, which actually I think is pretty good. I know groceries are expensive, but this will last us probably 2 weeks, even with Zoe coming home. And we don't buy a lot of groceries anymore. My budget for the month is around $200 to $250 per month. Now, let it be known, we do not buy any meat as well, and that saves on the cost.
So with the grocery plan for this week, I have some ideas that I'm going to be making throughout the weekend and next week. It is not set in stone, and if we don't make it, we obviously can have something else. There is a few items that you would have seen in the grocery haul that is just quick meals. Jimmy loves those Montreal smoked meats with a bun, and then sometimes I just like a frozen meal that I can just literally throw in the microwave and have it quick while I'm working throughout the day. But as far as meals for supper time and dinner time, we do have a few planned. One is definitely that chicken gyro wrap, if you want to call it. I just found a recipe. I searched it and Googled it. I've made it before. However, I've never written down the recipe, but is very, very good if you're liking that sort of Greek sort of meal. And I make that with a pita and chicken, of course. And then on the side, we usually have rice with it. Sometimes I will make a cucumber salad, which I probably will do, because as you would have noticed, I did get a lot of cucumbers from the greenhouse here. The greenhouse is in full effect with a bunch of veggie options. The whole thing is, like I mentioned in my other videos, is that it's a lot of veggie that comes in a package. So that package of cucumbers, there was actually 6 cucumbers in there. They are delicious, don't get me wrong. However, it's really hard for Jimmy and I to get through 6 cucumbers before they start going bad. So I will give Zoe a couple to take back home, and then I will probably make a cucumber salad. Look it up on the internet. That is how I get all of my meal ideas when I am struggling on what to make for dinner, especially when the kids come home. But that is going to be one of our meals. Another meal is just going to be a quick meal with hamburgers and fresh Tabor corn. I always love it when Tabor corn comes to town. It is the best corn throughout the whole entire year. I probably will stock up later on in the summer and then just freeze it. I don't do any blanching or nothing. I actually just take it off of the, I'm trying to think of the name, but I just tear all that off and then I just freeze it. I don't do any blanching or nothing, and it always turns out really, really good when you take it out of the freezer. And that will be just another quick, easy meal that we will do throughout the weekend or throughout the week. As well as I want to do shrimp and chicken Alfredo, like fettuccine Alfredo as well, is on my meal plan, and just trying to make meals that kind of work for our family, and especially when the kids are home and then going in throughout the week. So that is my plan. There are just obviously I got some chicken fingers in there that we can have maybe with like some sort of pasta salad on the side, or I also like making that into a chicken Caesar salad. That's also a great idea. If you are still doing keto or low carb, make sure you get get the non-breaded, but that makes a fabulous meal. And then a little tip to add some teriyaki sauce with that. It tastes really, really good. So those are my meal plans, and based off of the groceries that you would have seen in this grocery haul. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below if you enjoy seeing videos like this. We don't get too many groceries too often. This was just kind of because one of the kids are coming home and we needed to restock a lot of things in the house. But please let me know down below if you enjoy these type of videos, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!